Good morning. My name is Roy Ashwa. I'm the first presenter of today. I'm here to talk about what is an organization and what characteristics do organizations share. To begin with, what's an organization? According to Fundamentals of Management, 11th edition, an organization is a deliberate collection of people that are brought together to accomplish some specific purpose. An organization can be a private or public group such as a business, school, charity, government office, or any other group that has a clear goal and purpose. Every organization needs someone to make important decisions and guide the team to make sure they are working towards the same goals. Moving on, I'm going to talk about what characteristics the organizations share. Organizations share the three main characteristics, which are goals, people, and structure. Goals serve as the distinctive fingerprints of an organization, reflecting its unique mission and purpose. Every organization aims for a specific goal or mission. This can be financial growth in businesses or to offer services to charities or government organizations. They work towards clear goals, both short term and long term, which help them plan their activities better and make good decisions as well. I'm going to talk about the second thing, which are people. People are the core of every organization. No matter how advanced technology or how big the building is, an organization cannot function without people. They include employees, managers, leaders, and sometimes even volunteers. Each person has different roles, skills, and responsibilities, but they all work together towards the same organizational goals. Successful organizations also focus on teamwork, communication, and trust among employees. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the structure, which is to ensure everyone knows what to do and who to report to. Organizations are built with the structure. This structure shows how tasks are divided, how decisions are made, and how power flows from top to bottom. For example, at the top there might be a CEO or principal, followed by managers or department heads, and then the employees. A clear structure avoids confusion, reduces conflict, and ensures work is done efficiently. Roles define the manager. Do you agree or disagree with the statement? Discuss what you think managers do. Personally, I would agree that roles define the manager. This is because managers play three key roles, which are interpersonal, informational, and decisional. The first key role is the interpersonal role. An interpersonal role is a manager's role that involves interacting with people. It includes building relationships, motivating employees, representing the organization, and communicating with others inside and outside the company. The manager needs to play the role as a figurehead. A figurehead represents the organization as well as motivates the team to achieve goals. A figurehead also acts as a symbol of authority, which they do by attending meetings. The second thing the managers play as is a leader. A leader has to be in charge of the people's performance, which may mean leading a team, a department, or an entire organization. A leader focuses on building teamwork and improving employee performance. While the last interpersonal role which the managers play is being the liaison. A liaison has to develop and maintain internal and external relationships. For instance, coordinating with other departments in the organization. The second role a manager plays is the informational role. An informational role is when a manager collects, shares, and communicates important information within and outside the organization. One of the informational roles are being a monitor. A manager, as a monitor, has to collect and receive information from both inside and outside the organization. They keep themselves updated about problems, opportunities, and changes. The other one is being a disseminator. Being a disseminator means that you have to share important information with employees or team members. They ensure that the staff are informed, updated, and understand what needs to be done. The last one, as an information role, is being a spokesperson. Being a spokesperson means you have to speak for the organization defending the company's interests. For instance, you have to present at meetings, answer questions from the public, and also report to the higher management. The last key role of a manager is a decisional role. A decisional role is a manager's role that involves making choices, solving problems, and allocating resources to help the organization achieve its goals. One of the decisional roles as a manager is to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur identifies opportunities for improvement or innovation. To add on, a manager has to be a disturbance handler, which deals with unexpected problems or conflicts. Moreover, a manager has to be a resource allocator, which decides how to distribute the organization's resources such as money, time, staff, or equipment. Lastly, a manager, as a decisional role, has to negotiate and bargain with employees, suppliers, customers, or other managers to reach agreements. What a manager does. The way I see it, a manager's job is to plan and organize. This means setting goals for the team or organization and deciding the best way to achieve them. After planning, the manager organizes. This includes arranging resources like people, money, time, and equipment. Moving on to the second thing a manager does is lead and motivate people. Managers don't just give orders, they lead. This means guiding their team, communicating clearly, and inspiring people to do their best. A good manager builds trust, encourages teamwork, and keeps employees motivated. Lastly, what a manager does is monitor and solve problems. Managers also act like problem solvers. They monitor progress and check if everything is going according to plan. If something goes wrong, like delays, conflicts, or lack of resources, they step in to fix it. That's all from me. I'm gonna hand it over to Shade.
Good morning. My name is Sheikh Arifin, and my question today is: in today's environment, which is more important to organizations, efficiency or effectiveness? Explain your choice. So most of us we don't know the differentiation between efficiency and effectiveness. We try to jumble it together. So efficiency basically means doing things right, and effectiveness means doing the right things. I know you guys don't understand it, but efficiency means where you have low wastage when you are producing a product, and effectiveness is where you are focusing on objective. So let me explain it more on the next slide. Okay, the example is where Apollo Global Management has to produce 100,000 layer cakes in 5 days. The estimated weight of flour for this batch is 625 kilos. So, I want to give you two examples to know how to differentiate between effectiveness and efficiency. So, example number one is where Apollo is prioritizing effectiveness, where they have produced 100,000 layer cakes in 5 days, but they have used 700 kilos of flour, where they have wasted 75 kilos of flour. So this is where they have reached the objective of the organization, but they have wasted the resources. Whereas when you prioritize efficiency, you have produced 100,000 layer cakes in 8 days and have used 625 kilos of flour, where you have used the exactly estimated flour of 625 kilos, but it has took you 8 days, three days more than what you have expected. So this is where they prioritize efficiency, but they never meet their objective. But they didn't waste any resources, but they didn't meet the objective. In conclusion, I think effectiveness is far more greater than efficiency because it outweighs what the goodness come from efficiency, from the example that I showed you just now. So this shows that the objective of an organization always outweighs everything regarding in business. But that doesn't mean that the organization should neglect efficiency. Efficiency is also important, and every organization should know how to balance between effectiveness and efficiency so they can meet their goals, and also they can and they don't waste their resources. Moving on to the next question, question number four: are there any differences between the managerial functions in a for-profit organization and a not-for-profit organization? So, before we differentiate in the managerial functions, we should know the definition of both for-profit organizations and non-for-profit organizations. For-profit organizations aims to make money for the owners and shareholders, whereas the not-for-profit organization, their ultimate goal is to serve the social and the community rather than making money alone. Okay, now I'm going to answer the question by showing you the differences using the four functions approach. So the first function approach is planning. For-profit organizations, they focus on the planning is focusing on achieving financial goals, whereas for non-profit organizations, they focus more on social value and mission when they're planning. The second one is leading, where for-profit organizations, they motivate you through money and incentives, whereas for non-profit organizations, they motivate people, their organization, through mission and purpose. So the third function approach is organizing, where for-profit organizations, their organizational structure focuses more on efficiency and productivity because the ultimate goal is to make money. Whereas non-profit organizations, their organizational structures include paid workers, volunteers, and also donors. The final one is controlling, where for-profit organizations they compare their performance based on financial metrics, whereas non-profit organizations they compare their performance based on community impact. So, in conclusion, the difference between the for-profit organizations and non-profit organizations is for-profit. Their main ultimate goal is making money, whereas non-profit organizations their main goal is to serving people. So, if you understand the difference between both of these, then you know how to differentiate between them. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Yuban Raj here, and I will be presenting my question today, which is 1-5. Let me read out the question. Using any of the popular business periodicals such as Bloomberg, Businessweek, Fortune, Wall Street Journal, Fast Company, find example of managers doing each of the four management functions, write up a description and explain how these are example of that function. Alright, before we jump into the question, let me introduce you guys to the four management function, which is leading, planning, controlling, and organizing. Now let's go for the next slide. Alright everyone, let me start by using the first, which is organizing. So I will use a great example, which is Amazon, that is recognized by worldwide online shopping website. Amazon manages reorganized warehouse operation by integrating advanced robotic system to improve efficiency and reduce delivery items. Based on studies, in 2021, Amazon's workforce has seen a reduction of more than 100,000 employees, which shows the reduction of around 8% to 16% of staff. This represents the organizing function where managers arrange resources, people, and technology to achieve objectives effectively. By redesigning workflows and assigning roles, Amazon's management ensured better coordination and optimized productivity. Next up, let's look at planning. For an example, Apple's CEO, Tim Cook, announced the company's plan to achieve carbon neutrality across its entire supply chain by 2030. This demonstrates the planning function, where managers set clear goals, which is long-term goals, and design strategies to reach them. Apple's management carefully mapped out how to reduce emissions, invest in new renewable energy, and transform its production process, showing strategic foresight and goal-setting action to achieve more in future. All right, everyone, let's proceed to the third management function, which is leading. For an example, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella promoted a growth mindset culture to inspire teamwork and innovation across the company. This is a great example of the leading function, where managers motivate, guide, and influence their employees toward a successful organization. I believe that Nadella's leadership created a positive collaborative culture, encouraged employees to innovate and take ownership of their work. Last but not least, we have controlling. For an example, Starbucks manager use real-time sales data to monitor performance and maintain consistent product quality worldwide. This way isn't only used by Starbucks manager, it is also used by a lot of worldwide companies that is running nowadays. This highlights the controlling function where managers track results, compare them with long-term goals, and take corrective action when needed. Starbucks ensures that every outlet maintains its standard and demonstrates a strong performance while monitoring and controlling a good quality product.
Hello everyone, I'm Ramanan. Today I will be presenting my 10-point summary for my case, which is Walmart. Hello. My first point is managing globally. Walmart is the world's largest retailer with more than 11,700 stores in 28 countries. This shows how today's managers must handle global operations, different cultures, and large teams across the world. And my second point is complex management. Walmart has around 2.3 million employees. Managing such a huge number of people requires strong systems, clear communication, and effective leadership. This is what modern management is all about. And the third point is adapting to trends. Walmart created the Walmart Academy training program to help its managers learn new skills and adapt to these changes. The retail industry is changing fast because of technology and online shopping. And the fourth point is training managers. The company focuses on training store supervisors and department managers, calculating to more than 150,000 employees. This shows how important middle managers are. They connect the top management with everyday employees. And the fifth point is development. By improving retail skills and managerial skills, the company helps employees perform better and stay committed. Walmart believes that training employees is an investment.
not a cost. And the sixth point is competition. Walmart faces strong competition from online sellers like Amazon to attract customers back to Walmart again and again. So today's managers must think creatively and use technology to improve customer experience. The seventh point is customer centered management. The goal of the training is to make managers train their employees to be attentive to customers. And the eighth, shopping experience. The management training is designed to create a consistent, positive in store shopping experience. This reminds us that in today's business world, customer satisfaction is the top priority. And the ninth point is fulfilling employees' needs. Walmart spent $2.7 billion on training and raising employee wages. Walmart believes that emphasizing on employee satisfaction leads to a successful company. And the 10th point is outperforming competitors. There are companies that evidently don't focus on training managers as Walmart does. Here are some statistics. 26% of new managers feel they are unprepared to transition into management roles. 58% of new managers don't receive any training to prepare them make the transition. And 48% of first-time managers fail in that transition. I think that is all from me. Thank you. I'll be handing over to the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Aina Nabila, and I will be talking about why would a company want lower level management positions to be more successful in their careers. So, for question 110, the reason why a company would want lower level managers to be more successful is because lower level managers are the ones who actually execute the management functions, which are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling at the store floor. First is improve efficiency. Skilled managers can optimize daily work processes, reduce waste, save time, and make operations run smoothly. When managers know how to allocate resources and manage their schedules properly, it increases efficiency because things get done faster with less cost. Second is improve effectiveness. When managers have the right abilities, they can make better decisions, solve problems quickly, and achieve organization's goals. In Walmart's context, this means a better customer experience and higher sales performance. So, effectiveness is about achieving results and hitting the target. Third is building stronger managers. By investing in their growth, the company is not only improving their current skills, but also helping them feel valued and supported. This leads to higher loyalty, stronger motivation, and better retention. Employees stay longer when they see that company invest in them. And finally, building future leaders. By developing managers early, the company creates a strong internal pipeline of people who are ready to take on higher responsibilities later. This reduces the need to hire from outside and ensures leadership continuity in the organization. So, overall, when lower level managers succeed, the company benefits from both efficiency and effectiveness while also strengthening the organization in the long term through the development and succession planning. Now, I will be explaining question 111, which is what benefits and challenges do you see to a training program such as this? So, beginning with the benefits, the first and most direct advantage is a marked improvement in managerial skills. Participants receive targeted instructions in crucial areas such as effective communications, employee motivation, and specialized retail operations like merchandising and inventory control. This upskilling transforms them from mere supervisors into competent leaders who can guide their teams more effectively. Secondly, such a program is instrumental in building a stronger leadership pipeline. By investing in the development of lower level managers, this company cultivates a reliable pool of internal talent ready to assume greater responsibilities in their future. This reduces dependency on external hiring, ensures leadership continuity, and preserves valuable institutional knowledge. The third benefit manifests in enhanced experience for both employees and customers. A well-trained manager is better equipped to create a positive, engaging, and supportive work environment. This leads to a higher employee morale and productivity, which directly translates into a more pleasant and efficient shopping experience for the customer, ultimately driving loyalty and sales. Finally, collectively, these benefits grant the organization a powerful competitive advantage. A more skilled, motivated, and professionally managed workforce is more adaptable, innovative, and efficient, positioning the company strongly against competitors in a dynamic retail landscape. However, realizing these benefits is not without its challenges. The most prominent hurdle is the substantial initial investment required. As seen with Walmart's multi-billion-dollar commitment, such programs demand significant financial resources for curriculum development, facilitators, and facilities, which can be a barrier, particularly for smaller organizations. Another significant challenge is operational disruption. When managers are away from their posts for extended training, the departments must continue to function. This can place a strain on remaining staff and may temporarily impact the smoothness of daily operations, requiring careful planning and coverage. Next, a more subtle challenge is difficulty in measuring the long-term return on investment. While improved managerial skills are qualitatively evident, quantifying the direct financial impact of a better led team on a company's bottom line can be complex. Benefits like improved employee retention and customer satisfaction are crucial, but may not be immediately visible or easily captured in traditional financial metrics, making it challenging to justify the ongoing expense to stakeholders. Now, I will be explaining question 112, which is what additional managerial topics might you suggest to be covered in the Walmart Academy training program? So, to further enhance the Walmart Academy training program, we would suggest several additional managerial topics that could be incorporated, focusing on the core responsibilities of a modern leader. The first critical area is advanced leadership training. Moving beyond basic supervision, this topic would equip managers with the skills to truly inspire and motivate their teams. This includes training on how to communicate a compelling vision, foster a culture of innovation where employees feel safe to suggest new ideas, and effectively champion organizational change. For instance, a manager would learn how to guide their team through a rollout of a new store technology, ensuring a buy-in and minimizing resistance. Secondly, this program should include a module on employee performance monitoring and management. This is a systematic process that many new managers may find challenging. Training should cover the full performance cycle, which is how to set clear, achievable, and measurable goals with each team member, how to continuously monitor progress and provide ongoing constructive feedback, and also how to conduct a formal performance evaluations that are fair, developmental, and focused on coaching rather than criticism. This transforms the manager's role from a taskmaster to a developer of talent. The third essential topic is strategic foresight training. It is vital to develop a manager's ability to think beyond daily operational tasks. This involves training them to analyze broader market trends, understand competitive pressures such as those from e-commerce, and comprehend how their individual departments of performance aligns with and supports the organization's long-term goals. A manager with strategic foresight doesn't just order inventory. They analyze data to anticipate local demand shifts, making decisions that support company objectives for growth and customer satisfaction. And finally, a module on conflict resolution is indispensable. The retail environment is fast-paced and can be stressful, leading to inevitable interpersonal conflicts among team members or with customers. Hence, equipping managers with proven techniques to de-escalate tensions, mediate disputes fairly, and facilitate collaborative solutions is not just about solving arguments. It is about proactively maintaining a positive, respectful, and productive work environment, which is fundamental to team cohesion and overall store morale. Together, these four topics, which is leadership, performance management, strategic foresight, and conflict resolution, would create a more holistic, empowered, and forward-thinking management team, fully prepared to lead Walmart's workforce in an increasingly complex retail world.
Hi, my name is Eng Siwen. Now, let's move on to question 1-13. Many college graduates are reluctant to pursue a career in retail organizations, even at the world's largest. Discuss how a company like Walmart could attract talented graduates. Now, retail organizations such as Walmart are typically divided into two main departments, which are operation and management. However, most fresh graduates are only familiar with the operational side, which usually involves long working hours, customer service duties, and repetitive daily routines. This misconception often discourages them from exploring opportunities in the retail industry. Now, I'm going to discuss how retail companies like Walmart could attract talented graduates. First, retail organizations should provide a range of benefits to attract talented employees. The most essential is monetary benefits. According to Frederick Taylor's scientific management theory, employees are primarily motivated by financial rewards. Therefore, providing competitive salaries and timely wage payments are important as it creates a sense of job security and stability. In addition, bonuses, commissions, and allowance can further enhance employee motivation and loyalty, especially for those high performing staff such as top sales associates. These rewards recognize individual effort and encourage employees to work towards achieving organization goals. However, non monetary benefits are equally important in today's world. Retail companies can show care for their employees by offering free employee meals, health screenings and assessments, mental health support programs. By providing a safe and comfortable workplace is equally important too. These initiatives demonstrate that the organization values its employees' well being, which can increase the job satisfaction. Next, to attract fresh graduates, retail organizations like Walmart should focus on job enrichment. It aims to use the full capabilities of workers by giving them the opportunity to do more challenging and fulfilling work. Job enrichment allows employees to have greater autonomy and control over their tasks, helping them feel trusted and responsible. By giving them a variety of tasks, it enables them to gain new knowledge and develop valuable skills. In addition, it offers chances for personal development. By producing meaningful units of work, they gain a stronger sense of pride and motivation. This helps build a positive reputation for the company as an ideal workplace for young talents to grow and advance in. Beyond that, an ideal workplace must be provided. The company must have positive cultures. Graduates today value work life balance and well being. So, companies that respect personal time are more likely to attract talented graduates. A clear mission and shared values must be provided. Retail organizations should also ensure that workplace practices non discrimination, making all employees feel respected and treated fairly regardless of gender, race, or background. Lastly, recognition plays a crucial role in motivating employees and attracting fresh graduates. Retail organizations can implement the recognition programs such as Best Employee of the Month Award to acknowledge outstanding performances. Coming to development, the company should provide opportunities for skill development and career advancement. This can be followed by mentorship programs, training, and a clear pathway for professional growth. Moreover, healthy collaboration should exist in the workplace. A collaborative and inclusive workplace encourages teamwork. Tools and technologies that facilitate communication and collaboration between departments should be provided. Now, coming to question 1-14. Does an organization have an ethical responsibility to assist new managers transition into their positions? Why or why not? In my opinion, yes. An organization has an ethical responsibility to assist new managers transition into their positions. Ethically, it is part of the organization's duty of care to ensure that employees are supported, treated fairly, and provided with the necessary training to perform effectively and efficiently. Failing to do so can negatively affect both the individual and the organization's overall performance. Problems faced by employees when help isn't provided during their transitions. New managers will be unfamiliar with the job tasks and their responsibilities. They might even struggle to communicate and lead the team. This will lead to low self esteem and low productivity. In the worst case scenario, they might even resign, leading to problems faced by organization. Due to the resignation of the employee, the operation will be disrupted. It also increases the turnover rate and leading to bad reputation as an employer. The organization will struggle to attract future talents. Moreover, it will incur higher costs of recruiting, hiring, and training new employees. The financial loss due to poor decision making by managers will also incur. In conclusion, assisting new managers in transitions is not only a business necessity but an ethical responsibility. It reduces stress, improves performance, lowers turnover, and sustains a positive organizational culture. In a nutshell, ethical organizations invest in people and not just positions.
Hello everyone. Now we will be entering case 2, which is Spotify. So here it is summary of chapter 2. Let me start with part 1, structure and approach of chapter 2 summary. First point is Spotify revolutionized music consumption. It changed how people listen to music, moving from buying songs to streaming them through monthly subscriptions. Second, it is founded by Daniel Ek in 2008. His goal was to create a legal, convenient alternative to music piracy and illegal downloads. Following up, for the third point, we have flat organizational structure. Spotify avoids traditional hierarchies, giving employees freedom, flexibility, and faster decision making power. For fourth point, we have squads. Squads as core teams. Small, autonomous groups called squad work like mini startups, each focusing on a specific mission or product area. For the fifth point, we have tribes, chapters, and guilds. To emphasize it, tribes is a group of squads working on similar projects. Besides chapters, it is people with similar skills across squads, following by guilds, which is employees with shared interests who collaborate informally. Here we go with the part 2, impact and challenges. Here I will explain from sixth point of summary to 10th point. Let me start with autonomy first. Teams manage themselves, encouraging creativity and independence rather than depending on managers. This is the one of the challenges and impact that will be faced by this case. Next up, we got the seventh point, which is product owners. Each squad has a product owner who prioritizes tasks and ensure the team stays aligned with Spotify's goal. The eighth point would be collaboration and adaptability. These structures allow Spotify to react quickly to changes in the fast-paced tech market. Ninth would be boost creativity and innovation. The freedom given to teams sparks new ideas, experimentation, and problem solving. Last but not least, we have challenges of control. Too much autonomy can make it difficult to coordinate and maintain consistency, risking inefficiency or confusion among the crewmates or inside of a company of Spotify.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Wan Siti Balkis and today I'll be answering question 1-15, who undertakes the management of Spotify? My answer is, as you can see on the diagram I have shown here, Spotify manages its team using a unique structure called the squad, tribe, chapter, and guild model. Unlike traditional companies that have just one manager controlling everything, Spotify uses this model to encourage independence, trust, and teamwork. So, what are these terms? Squad, tribe, chapter, and guild. First, we have squads. A squad is a small and independent team, like a mini startup inside Spotify. Each squad is responsible for building one feature from start to finish. For example, there might be a search squad or playlist squad. Each squad has a product owner who guides the team on what to build based on the user needs. Next is the tribe. A tribe is basically a group of several squads that work in the same area. For example, all squads working on the mobile app are in the same tribe. A tribe leader supports them and makes sure all squads are moving in the same direction. Then we have chapters. A chapter connects people who have similar skills but are in different squads. For example, all front-end developers across squads are grouped in the chapter. They help each other improve their skills and share best practices. This group is led by a chapter lead. Lastly, there are guilds. Guilds are informal communities for people who share the same interests like coding languages or data analytics. Anyone in the company can join. It's completely voluntary. Guilds help employees learn from each other and share new ideas across the whole company. So, what makes this structure special? My answer is, instead of having only one boss, Spotify shares management responsibilities across product owners, tribe leaders, chapter leads, and guild members. This creates a workplace that values trust, independence, innovation, and collaboration. To answer question 1-16, how might Spotify manage poorly performing individuals or teams? My answer is Spotify handles poorly performing individuals in a different way compared to normal companies. Instead of a boss calling the employee in, the squad or team discusses the issue together. They give honest feedback, which we call it as peer-to-peer feedback, and support each other to improve. Like I said in the previous slide, product owners and chapter leads can also guide them by offering advice, training, or clearer goals. Next, do you think this could be a problem at Spotify? Why or why not? My answer is yes. This system can become a problem because there is no strict manager to enforce rules or make final decisions for Spotify. For example, sometimes people might take advantage of the freedom. However, I do think that they can overcome this, or it may not be a problem if Spotify's culture is built on trust, transparency, and responsibility. Let me give you an example. Team members must be motivated in doing their work to avoid disappointment in their squad. Other than that, they have to take ownership and communicate openly so that the system can work very effectively.
Hi, my name is Elina binti Barin. So I will be presenting about case 2 regarding Spotify on question 1-17 and 1-18. So for question 1-17, are there any similarities to traditional management at Spotify? So my answer is yes, there are some similarities to traditional management at Spotify. Even though Spotify uses a modern and flat structure, it still keeps certain traditional management elements, especially through its chapters and its product owners. So, each product owner in a squad ensures that work is prioritized and goals are achieved, which is similar to the role of a traditional manager. Meanwhile, chapters are collections of employees who have similar skills, who work in various squads. To give an example, a chapter may include all the designers or data analysts within one tribe. The chapter functions to manage the staff and structure throughout the organization. By implementing the chapters and product owners, Spotify is able to maintain some aspects of the traditional management. So in Spotify, basic management functions, which are the planning, organizing, leading, and controlling, still exist. But it is just done in a more flexible and collaborative way instead. So, for question 1-18, do you think this approach to management would be effective at another company? In my opinion, I believe it depends on the company's nature and culture. It will be effective if the company is in a creative or fast-changing industry, such as technology or media creation, where innovation and flexibility is important, such as Google or Netflix. However, it will be less effective if the company has a strict policy and high standardization, such as the banking or manufacturing industry, as the employee rely heavily on supervision of the managers to ensure the work done is correct. Example for this is Bank Negara Malaysia, Maybank, and CIMB Bank. To summarize this, Spotify's approach would be effective at a fast changing creative company and would not be effective at a company with a tight policy and formal management structures. So that is all from our group. Thank you.